Sometimes, the course of a life can be forever altered in a single, passionate moment. These are the instances when time seems to slow, when the world narrows to a single heartbeat, a single realization, a single spark. For some, it happens in the quiet solitude of reflection. For others, it erupts in a whirlwind of emotion or unexpected opportunity. No matter how it arises, the impact reverberates for years to come, shaping choices, relationships, and the very fabric of one's identity. Imagine a young woman named Claire, who for much of her life followed the path laid out before her by circumstance, expectation, and routine. She worked diligently at her job in a small but respected law office, marking the days with the steady rhythm of paperwork, meetings, and polite conversation. Her life was comfortable, predictable, even safe. Yet beneath the surface, Claire harbored a restless energy, a yearning for something more, something that stirred her soul and demanded to be heard. It was on an ordinary Thursday afternoon that everything changed. The office was quiet, sunlight pooling on her desk as she worked through a stack of case files. Across the room, a colleague was rehearsing lines for a local theater production, his voice echoing softly. The words, Shakespearean and evocative, floated over to Claire, drawing her attention. She watched him, captivated by the transformation that occurred as he slipped into character, passion infusing every gesture and syllable. Without thinking, Claire found herself standing, drawn toward the makeshift stage. Her colleague looked up, surprised, and handed her a script with a smile. Something inside her shifted. She took the pages, her hands trembling slightly, and began to read. The words tumbled out awkwardly at first, her voice uncertain, but as she continued, something remarkable happened. The room faded away, and she felt herself swept up in the story, her emotions surging to match the drama of the scene. She felt alive, truly alive, in a way she hadn't in years. In that passionate moment, Claire glimpsed a different version of herself. She saw the possibility of a life not dictated by obligation, but by creativity and courage. The exhilaration she felt as she spoke those words was more than fleeting excitement. It was the ignition of purpose. As the scene ended, her colleague looked at her with wide-eyed amazement. "You have a gift," he said quietly. And for the first time, Claire believed it might be true. That evening, Claire walked home beneath the golden light of sunset, her mind racing. She replayed the moment over and over, feeling the afterglow of passion linger in her chest. Questions whirled in her mind. Had she discovered her calling? Was it possible to pursue something so different from the life she knew? The doubts surfaced, but the memory of that afternoon, of feeling fully herself, refused to fade. The days that followed were marked by a subtle but profound transformation. Claire found herself seeking out opportunities to perform, volunteering for community events, and attending acting workshops. Each new experience was tinged with both fear and exhilaration, but she pressed on, fueled by the memory of that pivotal moment. The more she immersed herself in the world of theater, the more she realized how deeply she craved self-expression, connection, and the thrill of storytelling. Her family and friends noticed the change. She spoke with newfound confidence, her laughter brighter, her eyes alight with possibility. Conversations shifted from the mundane to the meaningful, as Claire shared her dreams and aspirations. Some responded with skepticism, cautioning her against abandoning the security of her career. Others encouraged her, recognizing the authenticity and joy she radiated. Through it all, Claire remained steadfast, determined to honor the passion that had awakened within her. It wasn't easy. There were setbacks, a failed audition, harsh criticism, moments of doubt when the path ahead seemed uncertain. Yet each challenge served as a reminder of the courage it took to step outside her comfort zone. Claire discovered a resilience she hadn't known she possessed, a willingness to embrace vulnerability in pursuit of something greater. She learned to celebrate small victories, to savor the thrill of improvisation, the camaraderie of fellow performers, and the magic of transforming words on a page into living, breathing art. As months turned into years, Claire's life evolved in ways she could never have imagined. She balanced her work at the law office with a growing commitment to theater, performing in local productions, and eventually earning recognition for her talent. The passion that had ignited in that single moment became a guiding force, shaping her choices and inspiring others. She found herself mentoring aspiring actors, sharing her story, and encouraging them to listen for the moments when their own lives might shift. The impact of that passionate moment extended beyond Claire herself. Her courage to embrace change rippled outward, inspiring friends, colleagues, and audiences to reflect on their own desires, fears, and dreams. She became a living testament to the power of authenticity, reminding others that it is never too late to pursue what sets your soul alight. What can we learn from Claire's story? At its heart, it is a reminder that life is not a static journey, but a series of moments, some quiet, some tumultuous, that hold the potential for profound transformation. Passion is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it whispers, waiting for us to listen and respond. When we allow ourselves to be moved by emotion, curiosity, or inspiration, we create space for growth and discovery. The path that emerges from such a moment is rarely linear. It is marked by uncertainty, risk, and the occasional stumble. Yet it is also rich with possibility, meaning, and fulfillment. By honoring our passions, whether they arise from art, science, service, or any other pursuit, we give ourselves permission to live more fully, to connect more deeply, and to contribute more authentically to the world around us. If you find yourself yearning for change, pay attention to those passionate moments. Reflect on the experiences that leave you breathless, energized, or profoundly moved. Ask yourself what it might mean to follow that feeling, even if only in small ways at first. Surround yourself with people who support your growth, and remember that the journey is as important as the destination. In the end, it is the passionate moments, the sparks of inspiration, the flashes of courage, the glimpses of possibility that have the power to transform our lives. They remind us that no matter how established our routines or how entrenched our fears, we are always capable of growth. By trusting ourselves to follow where passion leads, we open the door to a life rich with purpose, adventure, and joy. A life truly transformed.